Hello, everyone, right here playing Farming Simulator 22 on Elk Mountain, Wyoming, and I just finished tedding up the grass here on our grass field. I guess it really doesn't have a number, does it? So it's all tedded up. It's now grass. Well, it's now hay instead of grass. So we're going to go ahead and throw the rake on in here. Also, since last episode, finished up harvesting on field 1. That was our wheat field there, so we'll probably take the baler out here in just a minute once we get the rake going. Trying to squeeze this in here a minute. I think we can, oh yeah. Go for stuff next time I move the rake and mower here. I'll move them over just a little bit further. There we go. And then we do have a courseplay course for this here, so let's just go ahead and deactivate this one. I believe it starts over here somewhere. We'll get this loaded up here a moment. Got our Vermeer, kind of an older, well, it looks like an older style rake, I should say, right? The old tine bar rake here. Anyway, let's go to course play here a minute. And grass field 1. We want to load up our 27-foot rake bale course here. So load course, activate. Okay, we should be good, right? Yep. And that starts, okay, over there a little bit further. That's fine. We'll just tell them to start here. Course play should unfold it when it gets a little bit closer, I would imagine. At least hopefully it doesn't. Yep, there it goes. Okay, we'll let Courseplay take care of that here, man. And while Coursplay's doing that, let's grab another tractor here. Let's see once here. What do we got for another tractor? Okay, that's probably not going to help going that way. 4840. There's the 7710. Let's grab the 7710 extra over here. Need any water? Apparently they do, yes. I'll just go ahead and unload that, right? You know what, the white tractor is sitting by the farm, and they're probably a little bit closer, wouldn't it? Yeah, we got the 7710. We got to bring it back to the farm here at some point anyway. Might as well unload the last little bit of water here in these cows' pen. Again, I got 2 open pastures here, by the way. So for those who didn't see me set these up, there's 2 different open pastures here. And at least from what I can tell, but it seems like you can just overlap them as much as you want. There's real no, like, boundary. Other than maybe, like, right where we are now, there might be some, but yeah, otherwise you can just overlap the pastures, it seems like. So that's kind of interesting. There's no boundary around them. That's actually something I wanted to maybe do. I was actually like just throw a fence around here. I thought that looked kind of nice. Haven't gotten around to that yet, but we might do that at some point here. Especially now that Farming Simulator actually has some proper fence placeable options, right? Oh, who else remembers trying to place fences down in like Farming Simulator 19 or previous versions, right? I mean, oh my goodness, like that was just impossible. Well, yeah, pretty much was impossible, I would say. Definitely wasn't easy, let's put it that way. Okay, we're apparently out of water. Fine. We'll just let that sit for now. The cows should be decent enough on water here for a little bit. Let's go grab the baler here because I want to get over to our... Actually, you know what? Wait a minute. Well, I guess when we start baling ourselves, that'll be fine. I just happened to think of something, everyone. Yeah, I harvested that field myself. At least some of it anyway. Then we had Courseplay do the rest. But at least for the part I harvested myself, everyone, this is not maybe going to work out. So I just happened to think of that. Oops. What I did last time, everyone, is I obviously took the rake, put the rake over on that field, raked it first. That way we'd line up with a Courseplay course, and then I baled it. Yep, I guess we'll be doing some baling ourselves here. Wonder if the fast bale would work. Except for smaller bales, though. Might be an option, everyone. Might just be an option. Smaller bales. Let's try it. Let's try it. I know it's not going to wrap them. At least I don't think it's going to wrap them, is it? I wouldn't think it would. Let's put it that way. Let's change up our plans here ever so slightly. I don't know if we're going to be doing the baling ourselves here. Let's grab our fast baler. Fine, we'll walk over there. There's the fast baler, by the way. I think the white tractor's sitting over here, isn't it? Yep, there it is. One moment while we walk over there. You know, they say walking's good for you. I've never believed them, but, you know, we'll give it a try here. I don't, I don't quite look right there. Oops. Might have pushed them a little too far back. Oh, and this thing probably just tipped already. Yeah. Yeah, that thing kind of tips backwards. So it's not that I necessarily placed it in there too far. Just it kind of, yeah, went over on itself. Might be a good thing the building was actually there. Might have gone further. I don't know. I'm going to guess, too, Evan, once we're done baling on our grass field here, we're probably going to have some work to do as far as lime and fertilizer and all that good stuff goes here. I'm pretty sure this has been our third mowing on that field, and I'm assuming that's the way it's probably going to work with the lime. I don't know. I guess we'll find out, right? I guess that depends, Evan. How often do you mow a field within a year? It probably depends on the map to some extent, right? But that seems a little bit ridiculous. I mean, it hasn't even been a year yet. We already got to lime the field. I guess if it's really proficient on lime, I suppose it's possible, but and then that does seem a little ridiculous. Okay, Combine, are you empty? Yes, you are. Watching it run into our tractor here a minute. There we go. And we don't have any other fields to harvest here right at the moment, so we'll just take this back to the farmyard, park it over there, and call it good. And then I could probably just have auto drive go ahead and unload the remainder of the wheat there. I got an auto drive route set up for field 1 now. Just loops around that irrigation thing. At least I'm assuming that's what that is. I'm not entirely sure. I'm assuming it's irrigation related. By the way, reminder, Evan, if you haven't done so already, don't forget to click that subscribe button down below there. And once you are subscribed, click on the bell notification as well. That way you get notified when the latest, greatest RDAllen video goes live. Don't forget, too, if you'd like to follow me on the rest of my social media channels, you can find that information down below in the description as well. And if you'd like to catch even more RDAllen content, everyone, you can find myself over on Twitch as well. RDAllen on Twitch. There's a link down below for that as well. That does not quite... No, actually, no, that does not quite look right. That one seems to be fine. This one here... There we go. No. And go. There we go. I was a little worried that it looked like the axle was broken for a minute, but nope, it straightened back out. Good. For those who don't remember here, at least in Farming Simulator 19, I don't think I've had it happen here in 22 yet, Evan. But back in Farming Simulator 19, those gravity wagons, they were notorious for breaking their axles, like, constantly. Yeah, it was a real problem. It was definitely a real problem. Like I said, can't say I've had it here happen in 22 yet that I recall. It's definitely a good thing. That is definitely a good thing. Oh yeah, I'm liking this, Evan. I don't think that's going to wrap it, is it? Nope, just going to dump it. Okay, that's what I thought. I mean, in theory, Evan, I guess you could wrap a straw bale if you wanted to. I don't know. And that's going to be a whole lot of purpose in it. I guess it depends how you're storing it, right? Nice thing about this fast baler, everyone, as you can probably tell, yes, it is a round baler, everyone, but if you notice, we just keep on driving here. We're not having to stop and unload here. It has essentially, I'm assuming they probably call it like a pre-charge chamber of some sorts, or preload, something basically where it can store up the straw or material before it actually puts it into the actual bale chamber. That way, while the bale chamber's unloading, you can just keep on picking up. And once the bale chamber's unloaded, you just shove that up into the bale chamber and keep on driving that way. That, of course, Evan, is kind of one of the advantages of a square baler. It's small or big, doesn't really matter. They all kind of work the same principle that way. You can just keep on driving with either one of those, small or a large square baler. It's always kind of been the advantage, one of the advantages anyway, of having a square baler. However, the big square balers also tend to be quite a bit more expensive, right? Although with that being said, this round baler is probably not too far from being about the same cost as a square baler, I bet. Maybe not quite as much, but... Wow, who did the driving here? They must have been drunker than... My goodness. I would have a talk with a person about that. I mean, that's ridiculous. Well, we're definitely dumping out the bales here, which is kind of what I expected. Again, these bales, Evan, are about half the size, or actually maybe even more. Yeah, it might even be actually more. Actually, might even be less than half the size of the big Premier round balers. Round baler bales. Yeah, round baler bales. There we go. Got it. Again, definitely got to say, I'm definitely a rather unique baler here. One of the other things I noticed, too, about this particular round baler, and we kind of talked about this when we first bought it, unlike most round balers that make use of straps that go, or belts, I should say, belts that go across the bale chamber, this just seems to have rollers on it. So no actual belts, just turning rollers, or rolling rollers. How about that? Oh, you folks, that baler chamber seems like it's just constantly open here, isn't it? As soon as it closes, it's about ready to open here again. That's good. We need lots of straw. Oh, actually, speaking of lots of straw, I gotta make sure I don't bale all of this because we want to pick some of this up loose here as well. We need some loose straw to be able to put into the cow barn for bedding. I didn't try that one, but I'm gonna guess it probably doesn't take bales. It is a modded building, but unless the mod author changed it so it actually will take bales, because the in-game one does not, and this is just simply a modified, increased capacity of the in-game one. Maybe we gotta finish these headlands out, and then maybe I better start picking up this straw loose. Because bale-wise, I think we had a few straw bales left yet, so we weren't hurt on the straw bales. We got plenty of those, to some extent anyway. It was loose straw that we are, I forget if we're either out or almost out, or real close to it anyway. Got a 5,000, is that actually might be in liters there. That's actually rather interesting. One, that's a 4.7 cubic yard bale. 105, yeah, okay, so it's actually showing that, I think the second number down below, but I just noticed this actually is in liters, I think. I could be wrong on that, but that's kind of weird. I'm not quite sure what's up with the mod and how it does that. I don't know if anyone else has noticed that. Again, we're using the unit convert mod here, which of course takes all the communist units and converts them over into, standard units. However, it seems a little iffy at times as to what it does. I have not quite figured out the rhyme or the reason why it does some of what it does, but sometimes it'll be in yards or tons or whatever, and then other times it seems like it reverts back to liters. I don't know why it does. That's kind of weird, but whatever. kind of just a nice little mod. It doesn't maybe actually have any actual real purpose per se, but it does change your units of measurement into tons or bushels, cubic yards in this case, which, I don't know, seems like a little bit of a weird measurement. I think most people usually just measure the bales in tons, but I guess you can technically measure them by the size as well. Anyway, we're on the last headland. We'll stop making bales here after this last headland. We'll start picking up the loose straw here. And I might have to look at maybe possibly storing some loose straw somehow as well. What we did last year in game is I just put the loose straw in the forage wagon. I just left it in the forage wagon, right? So I filled up the cow barn, and then I went back to the field, filled up the forage wagon, and then I just put that in the shed, which worked decent enough, except we did not have enough straw. So I think we maybe need to either look at a larger forage wagon, which it's not exactly maybe the best storage option, or some sort of storage solution for storing loose straw. Which seems like a bit of a weird thing if you ask me. Storing loose straw, I'd have to imagine if you're storing straw, then you're probably baling it. Is there like any other option for it? If it is, it must be some sort of weird European option. At least in America, but as far as I know, the only way of storing straw is baling it. Square bales, round bales, whatever, you bale it. Okay, we need just a little bit more here to make one more bale. So let's finish up this one bale here real quick, and we'll call it good. Oh, actually, no. Okay, we need a little more yet, don't we? That's right. The first one does not actually count quite as a full bale. There we go. Okay, we'll stop right there. And seeing as how we're heading back to the farmyard, let's take the 4840 back with us here. How's the Vermeer looking over here, by the way? We get another tractor. I wonder we could probably start. Actually, you know what? The Vermeer rail is already hooked up, isn't it? Yeah, we just get the John Deere 7710 there. We'll start them up on baling on the hayfield. So again, we need hay for our cows. What's going on here? Why is this not? Come on. There we go. Oh, I had to click on it twice. That was kind of weird. Let's get rid of course play. Don't need that open on here at the moment. Like I said, we'll take this back to the farmyard here. We'll get the Vermeer started on the hayfield. He should be far enough ahead on the raking. Oh, yeah, he's actually more than half done here at this point. That shouldn't be a problem. As I said before, when I set it up, that course there, I kind of sort of did it backwards. I should have had the headlands being done last. That does work the best, everyone, but oh well. I unfortunately did not set it up that way when I created it, so my bad. Ooh, you know what? We're actually going to need this tractor, aren't we? I just thought of that one. We're actually going to need this tractor because we got one tractor on the fast baler, the Kubota baler. We got one tractor on the rake. We got another tractor on the Vermeer. And then we're going to need this tractor for the pickup wagon then. Well, okay. Let's go ahead and disconnect that. Hopefully that's out of the way there. I think it is. Not sure how well this tractor is going to work with this forage. I guess we'll find out. It'll probably be fine in the field. I don't know. Will it fit in the barn? Guess we'll find out. As far as storing straw too, I mean, we could technically make that entire field into bales and then get a bale shredder. At least in my experience, everyone, those bale shredders are kind of a pain in the you-know-where. And not to mention that barn. Again, this is a modded one, so maybe it's better. I don't know, but at least Giant's one is a pain in the you-know-where to try to get to fill with a bale shredder as well. So it's like a double pain in the you-know-where. Okay, before we start this, let's go grab the 7710 here a minute. We'll get the 7710 going on the Premier baler. Let's see, sitting over there. Yep. Go ahead and load that course up here in course place. So get rid of whatever's loaded here at the moment. And over to course play, grass field, rake bale, load that, activate that, and we should be good to go. And I don't know why with course play you have to like do the load course and activate, because if you just do load course, it doesn't actually seem to load it. I'm not entirely sure what's up with that. But anyway, first course, or first waypoint, and drive the course. Okay, we'll leave him to it. Meantime, fire up the forage wagon here, and we'll start picking up straw. Well, I was going to try to get that little bit of straw there. I don't know if that's going to work or not. Oh, we got it. We got it. Okay. With some excellent driving from your host here, RDAllen. Yes, nothing like that window column there right in your view, right? Which also is supposed to line up with the exhaust and the air intake, by the way. 40 series, I believe, is the last tractor before they changed that. If you go up to the... no, I think the 50 series, they did change that, right? So on the 50 series, I'm going to have it where the exhaust is on the side here. So side next to the cab. And then the air intake, as far as I know, is just like under the hood, right? Anyway, we'll read a few comments here in a moment. Christopher was saying, good morning, happy holidays. Hey, happy holidays. Yes, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. We're about a week away here at this point. Actually, less than a week away here at this point when this video goes live. Nightwolf was saying, you got to roll right after harvest. If the grass starts to grow again, it will not work. Just like crops, you got to roll before the crops sprout. Otherwise, rolling is only for your health. I would argue there, Nightwolf, it's kind of only for your health anyway in the game, because it doesn't actually... Yeah, Seven, it does increase your yield, but the minuscule yield increase you get from rolling, just not worth it. And Giants lies, by the way, on their numbers when it comes to... They claim 2.5%. The best I've ever been able to get them is about 1.15 or 1.2, something like that. It's no 2.5%. It's not even close, Evan. Not even close. And trust me, I've ran the numbers multiple times. Everyone comes up the same number every time. So Giants is lying on their numbers. Oh, we're full. Take this back to the cow barn here. Hopefully we can fit in there. This tractor's a little wide with the duals on it. Actually, all we could do, we could configure it, take the duals off, I guess. That would be an option. I always forget we can do that. I've got the mod where we can just walk up to the tractor, push the shop button there, and boom. We can configure it right in the field if we have to. Anyway, going back to Nightwolf's comments there too again, Evan. That is exactly what I've done every time I've rolled this field. In fact, we'll probably get to it here next episode, Evan. When I roll the field, I've always rolled it right after we're done picking up the bales. Same in-game day, Evan. I don't know. I'm doing something wrong or what, but you folks can critique my work probably here next episode and see if I did anything wrong or not, because we'll, like I said, we'll hopefully get into that here next episode. I didn't even notice it before when that it wasn't working. It wasn't until the last time we mowed. Wait a minute. Field says it needs to be rolled. Okay, well, we'll take the other roller to it. So I took the other roller to it. Never even checked it. I'm going to just put the other roller on it like that. It'll do the job. Still didn't do the job here. It's like, what in the world? I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, we're going to fit. Full send. I guess we did. Perfect. And we'll go ahead and unload that. Lazaro was saying, very good video. Hey, thank you very much for that. Always very much appreciated, by the way. As I've said before, and I think I got some of the best viewers out there in the YouTube channel world. Okay, back to the hay field, or straw field, actually. Well, wheat field. We'll get it right one of these times. Oh, speaking of which, how are the cows looking here after loading those? 26,000, so looks like another load and a half will fill them up. And like I was saying as well, I'm going to have to figure out how to store the straw. Not to mention, I might have to look into getting some more straw here, because I only have the one wheat field. Might have made the mistake of planting both of our other fields in canola. Yeah, we'll see how that shakes out of it. That might have been a mistake there. Whoops. We might need more straw. So note to self, plant more wheat, barley, oats, something like that here next time. Unfortunately, I think we were outside the planting window here for all these. Although, we can put soybeans on this field, so we might do that here yet. We'll see once. Essentially, double crop the field. Funny seeing the straw kind of being thrown up in there. Kind of a weird animation once it starts to fill. Got at least say One Giants has definitely done a little bit better job here with their filling animations here in 19 and 22. Used to be, I don't know if those remember, if you played any of the older games, that one used to be just a static fill plane that just filled from the bottom up. Didn't matter where you unloaded into, it just filled from the bottom up. Yeah, just a little over half full there from one windrow. Not too shabby. Like I said, though, I'm thinking we should probably pick the rest of this up loose, though. And I'll have to find some way of storing it, though. I guess if we technically wanted to, we could just make a heap of it. Just toss it on the ground in a pile, right? And we can then use this to pick it back up if we wanted to. Seems a little bit tedious, but that would be an option. I doubt our silo system holds straw. It'd be a little weird if it did. It might, but it'd be definitely a little weird if it did. Okay, well, anyway, I think with that, we're going to wrap this episode up here. I'm going to continue picking up the straw and baling and all that good, fun stuff. We'll come back here hopefully next episode. Like I said, we got some work to do on the hay field here. Not to mention, too, I need to maybe look into getting another hay field. We can also start working on replanting our wheat field there. We'll probably put soybeans on that. We need to get all the bales and straw off it here first, though. So, yeah, definitely got some work to do here in between episodes, Evan. So again, if you folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them down below. And as always, Evan, thanks for watching, and till next time.